Alright, 69-second summary for the new End Zoroark EX deck, which I've been saying for months isn't actually that good, so now it's time to see if I put my foot in my mouth or if I have to put someone else's foot in my mouth. Now, before you go thinking this will be a childish video filled with me saying things like, ooh, let's see how many times I can get End's pee-pee up while playing inside his castle. Remember that I'm a grown man. Just like the women I date, this video will be mature. In fact, I won't even mention anything about Zorua edging myself while getting End's pee-pee up. And Zoroark EX could have been amazing. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an actual attack. Instead, you have to copy the attacks of other benched Ends Pokemon, and there's really only two, Darmanitan and Reshiram. With Flame Body Cannon, you deal 90 to their active plus 90 to a bench Pokemon. That's great in a format without Manaphy, meaning you can royally screw over Stage 2 decks by flame bodying their basics in Stage 1s. The drawback is that you lose all the attached energy. Otherwise, you can use Backdraft and attack with Darmanitan itself, which is useful against something like Golden Go, able to one-shot them for 2 energy. Then we have End's Reshiram. At worst, it's 170 damage attack. At best, your opponent can't read or count, and they put 200 damage on a Zoroark, allowing you to copy Powerful Rage for 400 to the face. While Zoroark is lacking in variety and excitement, it's great at getting End's PP up. By using Zoroark's ability, you can discard a card from hand and draw 2. By putting energy in the discard pile, you can play with End's PP and accelerate 1 to a benched End's Pokemon. This allows you to beat them off turn after turn, even if you accidentally fire your cannon. We just got the Arven top deck. We're doing twinsies here. I don't think we want to put the Budew down because that's just an easy target. Please tell me there's an Earthen Vessel. There's an Earthen Vessel. That's great. I think we go for the... I don't know if I want to show them the Hero's Cape, though, right? Because if I show them the Hero's Cape, they might just be like, oh, why do you have a Hero's Cape in your deck? That seems really strange. All right, how do we got to get rid of somebody. I think it's the Pecharunt, because we don't want to put the Pecharunt down unless we absolutely have to. So let's go TM Evolution. We're going to get double Zoroark. I would have preferred to have a Darumaka on the bench and not do this, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. It's like when you want the big toe, but they end up giving you the index one. You can't be choosers. And Sonic, yeah, I tried to read a card and it broke the game. Yeah, that's PDCGL. What happens with me is that I'll be looking at a card and then they'll launch an attack, and because it's zoomed in, the effect of the attack will get zoomed in, so then that's why we get the flashbangs from time to time. Is like, if you do it once, if you embed in a card and you read it and they're launching an attack at that time, PDCGL thinks, oh, you zoomed in on the card, so we're also going to zoom in on the attack effect. And then it just sort of sticks like that until you restart the game, because again, this game is super well made. I think they were hoping to go for a Donkey Kong here. A Donkey Kong Bonanza is what they were hoping to go for. Okay, that's not an End's Castle. That's good. But I think the Hero's Cape is going to be like the secret sauce here, right? Because if they put 170 on a Zoroark, then I just one-shot them, right? If they put 170, I just one-shot them with End's Reshiram, and then as long as I can take the first 2 prize KO, I think we're totally fine. Obviously, if they go for, what, a 90 damage attack here, then we're kind of screwed. Okay, they got the Reshiram. It looks like they're going to have to copy Virtuous Flame, which is really bad for them, because I can potentially just go Counter Catcher. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. They got it. They got all the things. So they have Zoroark. It's going to be Mochi. So they have 2 energy and a Mochi. If this was a well-made game, known cards in your opponent's hand would be shown. Okay, here we go. Night Joker. I think they're going to go for Virtuous Flame. I don't think they're going to Flame Body Cannon. I think it's a little too greedy to go for a Flame Body. They're going for a Flame Body Cannon. Okay. So then I just go up with my Zoroark. Oh, how do we make this happen? I think we go up with this one and then hope to enter End's Castle. Because I want to attack with the one on the bench, hopefully. There's an Arven. Okay. I think we go Arven for Nest Ball and Hero's Cape. Or do we just go for Powerglass? Actually, I think we have to go for Powerglass. As much as I want this to happen, I don't think it's going to happen. is what I said to I Am Legend's mom when she came to a narrow doorway. Okay, so let's go. Let's trade a darkness energy, because that really doesn't seem like we're going to get it here. Okay. I can put the Munkidori down and use Munkidori, and then go Powerglass the active, Munkidori, do that, and then we go... Yeah, we're going to Munkidori. So who do I put the damage on is the real question here. So I take the 30. I can put it on the Darmanitan and set that up for a KO with my Darmanitan, but I'm not going to get a Darmanitan this game. We all know that. I'm never going to set up a freaking Darmanitan this game, but let's try. You know, I believe in the heart of the cards here. Let's see if we can give it the old college try. So I think we go a Rigid Band on you. I think I should get Ents PP up here. No, because we're going to want to maybe Night Stretcher next turn. So then we just go end turn. I could have brought up the Darmanitan and forced them to get an Ents Castle, but they got rid of their energy, right? Dawn Manistamp. That is the real Sunny Games, who rebranded to Sunny TCG. They were one of my first supporters, you know, back in the day. Back in the day when I started streaming, God, like what, 3 or 4 years? Oh God, how long ago have I been streaming? But way back in the day, Sunny was one of the first people to welcome me to the streaming community, and I was like, oh man, I'm so excited to be a streamer. I get to hang out with cool people like this, and you know, they're my friends, and they're really cool. And then Sunny has just, you know, ever since PDCGO ended and Sunny came over to PDCGL, you've just seen the mental decline just happen in real time. It was, you know, back on PDCGO, all the streamers were happy. I still remember years ago when I was the only one playing PDCGL, and I'd make a video or I'd tweet about PDCGL and everyone would be like, there's no way PDCGL can be that bad. You're just blowing it out of proportion. You're a crazy person with nice feet. And I mean, they were right about one of those things. But then as soon as PDCGO shut down, which is coming up on the 2-month anniversary or crap-iversary, but we're coming up on that time. As soon as they could no longer play PDCGO and they had to come play this game, yeah, all those comments kind of ended. It was kind of funny. It's like, as soon as that happened, all the comments just kind of disappeared. All right, they did a very good job there, but I think we have to get rid of the Arven, right? Arven doesn't really do a whole lot for us right now. We should have another Reshiram. No, I think we just get rid of the Arven. And we just believe in the heart of the cards here. We're drawing 4 cards. Yeah, there was no way we didn't get it. We were drawing 4 freaking cards. I think we put the 20 on the Pecharunt. I believe that's the right call, right? We go 20 on the Pecharunt. So Darmanitan down, Zorua, or sorry, 170 on the Pecharunt. And then we'll also put the Reshiram into play. I could trade something else, but I don't think I want to. And then we'll go Hero's Cape on the Zorua to try and help that survive a turn. And then Boss's Orders, the Pecharunt. And we just go Night Joker, 170. The problem with this deck... Oh, do you want to see what happens when you copy Night Joker? You can't copy another Night Joker. So it doesn't show up. I did this earlier when I had 3 Zoroark in play, so I had 1 in the active, 2 on the bench. No. I had 1 in the active, 2 on the bench. I used Night Joker to copy Night Joker, and it wouldn't let me do it again. I think technically, in the heart of the rules, based on the rules, you should be able to copy Night Joker again. But I think that's how PDCGL just handles it. It's like, just come on, bro. It's just like, come on, bro. We know what you're doing. Don't do it. Just stop that. So I think if you have 4 and Zoroark in play, you should be able to copy all of them. And then when you run out of ones to copy, that's when the game is just like, no. Right? I think, correct me if I'm wrong if you're a judge. I'm sure there's something hidden in the rule book about not being an idiot. And that would be, you know, a rule that I would agree with. And Nick, well, remember, we had Mew VMAX. So Mew VMAX was in the same vein. So they do have practice. There's been other moves that let you copy attacks and stuff. But like Mew VMAX, they kind of cemented Okay, what are you gonna do? You gonna knock out my Darumaka? That doesn't seem very cool. I'm gonna knock out your Pecharunt now. Well, then what are you gonna do? Then what you gonna do, bro? Okay, so they're gonna put a lot. I am regretting the Powerglass because I would like it if this was... Oh wait, no, we do knock them out. So I'm gonna take a 4-prize turn, right? Because they're gonna... The Binding Mochi is actually gonna cost them the game, which is hilarious. The Binding Mochi is gonna lose them this game because they're gonna do 130, and then I'm gonna hit them back with Powerful Rage and do 260. So they have to hit me with the Zoroark on the bench. If their strategy here is to use Flame Body Cannon and do 90-90 and knock out my Darumaka, then basically what they have to do is they have to retreat and attack me with this one so they don't activate Powerful Rage. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense if you have the Pecharunt. It's like, yeah, I don't need End's Castle if I have the Pecharunt. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So they can't attack with the one in the active. If they do that, they've lost the game. So I highly implore you, do not attack with the one in the active, which would have behooved you greatly. Alternatively, if they just attacked with the one on the bench... Huh. Oh, they made an oopsie. Here we go. See? You know, it's always good when you know how to beat yourself off. You know, you can rely on other people to take care of your needs, but when you learn how to beat yourself off, you're going to be much happier. You can type that quote out in the comments, and, you know, maybe I'll put it on a shirt one day. So yeah, I kind of figured they'd go for the Darumaka, but we're about to take a 4-prize turn, baby. Munkidori for the win. Now, here's an interesting diorama. Do I heal... Oh, this is amazing. Do I heal the damaged one? So we're gonna play with End's PP. That's for sure. You always gotta play with the PP. Okay, so let's go Zoroark, Pecharunt, Darumaka. Just put everybody back in. And then Iono first, because we're about to take 2 prizes off that Pecharunt. So if I go in... Okay, what the hell? What the hell? So we're gonna put the Darumaka down because we may need that to win the game. So we're going to put you into play. Wait, what if they end up... No, we got to trade first. We got to trade first. And then we'll do it. Okay, those are all cards. We're about to take the lead, so I don't think Reversal Energy will be a thing the rest of the way. So I think we get... No, we're gonna get rid of the Darkness Energy because we definitely don't need that. There's the Zoroark that we wanted. So the Heroescape is probably going to win us this game, if I'm going to be completely honest, because I am literally an expert deck builder. Yeah, that's why I'm like, is it even worth it to put the Darumaka down? They're just going to 90-90. But I think if they 90-90, that's good for us. It's like when they 60-90 you, that's a good thing. So I think if they go 90-90, that's actually a good thing. So I'll put the Reversal Energy just because, like, why not? And then we go End's PP up on the Zoroark. And then Munkidori. So do I heal the active? Because we're going to be able to do... No, we'd be doing 220, so I have to heal the one on the bench. Because if I don't do that, then we lose. So we go 2 prizes on you. We take the KO. They are in a situation where they have to attack with Zoro. I mean, obviously they have to attack with Zoroark. But they're going to be in a situation where they have to attack with Zoroark. I think I want to put End's Castle into play. Just so I don't lose because of that. And then I think we go... I think we play with our balls. We're not going to need this Zoroark most likely. Like, there's a chancey we might need the Zoroark, but there's a chancey we also don't need it. Let's grab another Reshiram in case they decide to get cute here. And then we go Night Joker, Powerful Rage. This is kind of what I built the deck around, was Powerful Rage. Yeah, if they use Flame Body Cannon, then... they're leaving the heavily damaged Zoroark alive, and that's what they don't want to do. So, I think as long as I'm smart, we can't lose this game, right? If I'm smart here, we can't lose, because they can't do 310. So the Rigid Band will help us there. We have the Heroescape, we have single prizers. As long as I can copy Darmanitan, then we're fine. If they knock out my Darumaka this turn, then that means they've cost themselves the game. So I think there's like a 90% chance we win this game. Oh yeah, Papa, we definitely want to do that. We want them to blow their cannon all over us. I want to feel the draft after they blow their cannon on my back. All right, so yeah, I'm trying to think, how can they win this? They might have some spice. I don't know how they can win this one as long as I'm not an idiot. Because what I would do is I evolve into Darmanitan. And then what do we do? I guess I just Iono them? What do you mean eat my hero escape? Lost Vacuum don't exist. They're not going to play Jamming Tower. Zoroark doesn't play Jamming Tower. Who would be crazy enough? They have Mochi. Wait, what are they doing? Why are you leaving? I was like, yeah, maybe they'll go for Munkidori, but that doesn't seem like a good idea either. Okay, I guess they're going to go 90-90, but I have Retreat. And I have... This makes no sense. Okay, so because they hit me for weakness. Okay, they hit me for weakness. That makes sense. That was actually a goated play. But I'm just a recovery card away from winning, so we need the Night Stretcher. So we're going to just draw all of the cards this turn. That is the game plan, is draw all of the cards. That was a great move by them. So, yeah, there's no reason to do anything with the energies. A Pecharunt wouldn't do enough. Actually, the energy would be kind of good right now. So I think, actually, we trade now. Because I have an energy in hand, and we're going to need a Night Stretcher. I was thinking maybe I use Iono. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm regretting many things right now. I am regretting all of the things. Okay, so we have a Pecharunt. We need that Night Stretcher, but we don't have the energy. So... Okay, so they can do 170. That guy has energy on it. I mean, they're basically just the bosses away from winning now. That was really strong by them. I did not see that line of play. So yes, we have to go Iono. And then... Okay. And then we get rid of... obviously the reversal energy. Okay, none of that worked out. So we have to go... Oh man, this is terrible. Okay, so we have to go retreat and then hope they don't got it like that. And I have to use Night Joker. Oh no, I don't think I can, because if they just put 2 energy on this, they win. Actually, no, 170 plus 170 is 340. Oh, I'm a genius. So they just need a Gust card to win. And they got it, so they're going to draw 4. But wow, they did really, really well there. Knocking out the Munkidori, knocking out the Darumaka. I did not see that play coming. I really thought that we just had them in a no-win situation. But they saw the path to the peak, and they won that one. Obviously, they do need a Gust card. The End's Castle, hugely regretting that. I remember when I said I don't think the End's Castle is a big deal. But this is where the inexperience comes in. Is that, you know, sometimes your toes go where they shouldn't. I think they got it. I think they got it. They do need a boss. Oh, maybe they don't got it. Oh, maybe they do got it. Maybe they have a Night Stretcher for Pecharunt and they're just going to do it this way. No, because no, I don't think that's how this is going to work, right? I have the bosses. We had the Munkidori. Did I just win? Oh, they got the Iono. Okay. So the fact that we're tied on prizes is really good. This ended up being a lot better game than I thought it was going to be, by the way. So the Hero's Cape, kind of goated because it prevents them from just doing a powerful rage. So that was actually, yeah, we got 3 trades. I think I go Night Stretcher for the Munkidori right away. Or no, because we want to get bosses. We need to get bosses for a game, or I can just go for the Munkidori. Oh, no, why? Oh, they threw. because I could prolong this, but they threw. So even though it doesn't quite seem like it, I'll give him a thumbs up. That was a well-played game, BJ. I appreciate it. You give me that, BJ. Oh, so we had a freaking de-evolution. We never got that one. So the Heroescape actually did win us that game because they could have done like a Pecharunt play with Night Stretcher where they go into the damaged one, retreat, Pecharunt it back into the active, do 340. But because of Heroescape giving it 380, I am an expert deck builder, and I think this list is actually pretty good. Okay, YouTube audience, are you ready to see my genius at work? My genius is about to poke through my pants right here. So the way that I would lose this game is if they can go Iron Hands, amp you very much my Budew for 2 prizes. But if they just use Energy Crush, on my Budew, then we're totally fine. So this was actually a goated play because now it prevents them from taking 2 prizes on a single prizer. Oh, they don't know. They don't know how smart I am. Okay, I think we do go up with the Zoroark. That was a genius level play. That was literally the smartest play anyone in the history of the Pokemon trading card game has ever done, but we may be screwed here. So I think we have to go trade away. Oh man, I guess the reversal energy, because oh good god. Oh no. Okay, so we have to, does this deck play cards? All right, so we have to bring up the Mew. We have to go Nest Ball on the Reshiram. There's my PP, but I don't really want to play with it. All right, so I need to Heroescape this. No, we need to Heroescape the Darumaka. Hang on, yeah, we need to Heroescape the Darumaka and then Rigid Band the Zoroark. So we have to force them here to do several things. All right, so we just go Virtuous Flame. This is why I don't think Zoroark is a good deck, is because you get yourself into situations like these, like, oh, I don't have my Darmanitan. What the hell am I supposed to do right now? Yeah, I've played over 8,500 games. It is crazy how much I get screwed over just by not drawing the cards. So yeah, I'm going to keep my energy low so I'm not worried about Magnezone. But I talked about this. I'm going to talk about this in an upcoming video. I talked about it in the upgrade video. Zoroark is kind of like Golden Go, where you have to get to 4 prizes before a deck like Miraidon. And things might get better, but it's like they can just knock out a Zorua. Having a 280 hit point Darmanitan seems really dumb. Seems really unnecessary. But I think we're okay, right? Maybe another goated play would have been putting another energy into play and using my PP up, because I could play with my PP. Yeah, we could have played with our PP. But we just kind of open ourselves up for getting destroyed. Like, they need a bosses or a counter catcher. They haven't really done anything. Have they played any? Yeah, they haven't played any supporters. We've just been doing nothing this entire game. Are you about to hit me for 250? Or sorry, 220? Because I have a rigid band. You know, when I get Ends PP up, it makes my band rigid. And YouTube audience, I did cut out the first like 5 minutes of this game because it was just me using Budew. I had a decision to make very early on in the game. I had a horrible start, but I had a chance to go and get Budew. And by using Budew, I shut off their items because their win condition was just powering up an Iron Hands, using Amp You very much, and knocking out Zorua. Okay, I think we have to knock out the Iron Hands, right? I don't think that's negotiable. I think the Iron Handy, we have to give them an Iron Handy. And we could also use Backdraft. So this is, because Miraidon isn't really a thing anymore, or it shouldn't be a thing, I was never expecting to use Backdraft. Oh, baby. Okay, we've won. Ends Miraidon, or Miraidon is a terrible deck. Get absolutely bodied. Get flame bodied even. All right, so we get rid of the Pecharunt. We draw 2 more and get nothing. Yep. Who could have guessed that we'd get nothing? And then I think we just go for the Earthen Vessel, get rid of that. Because we can get our PP up all day long. So they've lost the game, right? And then we just go Boss's orders, the Iron Hands, and then I think we get our PP up as high as it'll go. Put that one there, and then actually, yeah, let's try. Okay, let's put the energy on the Darmanitan just to see if we can do it. Just to say we did. Because we were going to win this game if I played it safe. But we're just going to do 440, knock out the Iron Hands. I think their plan was to take 3 prizes on the Zoroark. So even though I was dealt a crap hand, Trust Your Pilot is amazing. And let's see if they know that I have Backdraft. I don't think I'll ever be using it, but I mean, I do have access to it. Because what are they going to do? If they happen to use like Research with a handful of energy, then that's really bad for them. They will most likely pop the Magneton here, right? There's not really a reason to keep the Magneton alive because they don't have another single prizer, so it's just like you just destroy the Magneton. But I think what I do is, again, they don't have any way to one-shot a Zoroark, which is pathetic in this day and age for Miraidon. It's like, oh yeah, back in the day, you know, back in my day, we had Raikou and Raichu V. Okay, there's an Ursaluna. Again, Ursaluna can't one-shot a Zoroark. It can one-shot everybody else. You can take 2 prizes. This is just where Miraidon gets bottlenecked. Like, it's not like the choking that I pay Mistress Paddlebottom for. It's bottlenecking where it's just, you don't have the oomph. You need some oomph. You need to put some power behind that paddle. And just give it the big old spank right in the casshole. And it just doesn't have that anymore. Like, Raikou, turn 1, you're doing 200 plus damage easy. And that was so much fun. But nowadays, it's like, what do you got? Ursaluna's your best attacker now? Yeah, back in my day, we had a working game. So they should blow up the Magneton right now, right? Or not. Okay, so 210, that's fine. They can't attack this turn, so we basically just get a free attack on them. Yeah, we'll go end Zoroark. We just get a free attack. That's cool. Mark, not if you knew her like I did. Okay, so we go there. Let's get rid of everything that we don't need, which is everything. So let's go Powerglass and Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Wait, have I not played an Iono or a Research? There's a combined 6 Iono and Research in the deck. We just saw our first one on turn, what, 16? So we're going to trade away the Zorua. I don't want any shenanigans. And then I think we go Powerglass. I want to set up. So we're going to go Powerglass on you. And then I think we go ends PP up because we want to keep the energy in the hand. And then we retreat. Have I used both of my trades? I believe I have. So then we copy the Darmanitan because that'll set up this guy for a 170, right? Because 260, yeah, 170 math. Math, baby. And then we go 90, 90, Flame Body Cannon. Put 90 on, I guess, the Magnezone, because that's the one most likely to attack. But it's realistically just setting up. We're going to be 10 damage short on that guy, by the way. It's just setting them up for a knockout here. And your first experience with the TCG was PDCGO. You know, I wish I never played PDCGO, right? You know, if PDCGO was my only experience, I wouldn't have anything to compare it to. And I'd be much happier. But I'm very happy with how the Hero's Cape build of this deck looked, right? Because if I didn't put the Hero's Cape on the Darumaka, well, we still probably would have won, but they had a chance to knock it out. And Darumaka is very important to this deck. And the fact that it has 80 freaking hit points. If this was 70, if this said HP 70, I would have said this deck is better. But it's because it has 80, so you can't get it with a Poffin. They were so close to making this playable. Yeah, wait, no, other way around, FM Boss. PDCGL soiled all the good things PDCGO did. All right, so they're just gonna, what, attack again? Then just activate Powerful Rage? Because, well, everyone I've ever seen in Japan and on Limitless, and everyone's talking about, oh, you gotta play Zoroark with Darmanitan, and then everyone's just playing one copy of End's Reshiram. No one's looking at Reshiram being like, if you can just survive a strong hit, then your Zoroark is one-shotting everything. Yeah, it's not the best strategy to build your deck around, you know, making sure your opponent plays the game well. That's usually not a good strategy in the Pokemon TCG, but when Zoroark is as bad as I think it is, then I think building it around N's Reshiram is a lot more fun. You can still obviously play the 2/2 Darmanitan, you have a couple other things to do, but if you don't have 2 Reshiram in your deck, I think you're hurting yourself in the long run. If you use Pulse Launcher, you lose the game. Oh, if you didn't damage yourself, Magnezone. So I was a genius. Oh, they use the Energy Crush? Oh, because of the 30. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so we just gotta... Oh, we don't have any... Uh-oh. We don't have any way to win now, I don't think. But I'm gonna Iono them to 1, and that should be enough. Okay, so we go... Or so we're gonna Iono them to 2. So we go Reversal Energy... And then Backdraft. I will Iono them to 2. Super Rod Nest Ball. Oh, do I not? I should have another Reshiram somewhere. And then we just get rid of the Arvens. Because again, if you can't do 280, you're not a deck in this day and age. You know, it's sad to see the fall of Miraidon, but it was bound to happen. So let's go Backdraft for 90. We have a 240 hit point Darmanitan. I bet you when you queued up this video, you were like, I'm never going to see a 240 hit point Darmanitan. And then Trust Your Pilot always comes forward, never backwards. You know, that happened one time and I went to a doctor and they said, yeah, that shouldn't be happening. So I think Backdraft is a very underrated attack. I was looking at this and I was like, where is this useful? Obviously, Ceruledge, goated attack. But Golden Go. Remember that N's PP up can attach to Darmanitan. So against Golden Go, you're hitting them for weakness. And if Golden Go wants to knock out a Zoroark, well, guess what they have to do? They have to put 6 energy in the discard pile. That's doing 180. That's 360. That's a KO. You win. Suck my butt. And I could prolong this another turn and just make them feel bad about themselves. But we'll just... Oh, I screwed up. I screwed up. I have made an oopsie because we have it though. We have, because we can draw through our entire deck, but I shouldn't have promoted that one. I should have promoted the other one. And then we go Night Joker, 170. I should have promoted the other one because if I get N's PP up, but I might have been out of, you know, the PP might not be able to get up any further. So even though Miraidon has fallen so far, and it's not good anymore, the fact that it put up a competitive fight against my Zoroark deck, even though I was gonna, it was, even before the game started, we knew I was gonna win. But it just goes to show you that even against a deck that has fallen and can't one-shot a Zoroark, it can still do some things against Zoroark because it's not that great. This is everything we could have possibly dreamed of, YouTube audience. I played against a Dragapult deck before. It went terribly because we spent 20 minutes just waiting for them to stop Bedewing themselves really hard. But I think we got this one. And I think we put the Powerglass on the active makes no sense. This is a very interesting situation where I'm not quite sure what I should be Bedewing right now. And I guess we just get rid of that. Probably should have got rid of the Defiance Band. Oh yeah, we definitely don't need the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. It's just, we're knocking out the Dragapult. So this is the fun intricacies of this matchup, is that Dragapult doesn't one-shot you, so you can use Powerful Rage, but then they have the stupid Dusclops and Duskull and stuff, and I hate it. I think in this situation, we have to go for the Dragapult KO. I don't think that's anything we can change here, is the Dragapult has to be KO'd here. We do have another Reversal Energy somewhere. I'm not going to be copying Darmanitan, even though I could. But I think because they didn't attach an energy to anybody. So we just go Powerful Rage. Given the situation, I think we Powerful Rage. It is possible that they take a 4-prize turn. And given that they have 3 Dracloak on the field and a Duskull, that's highly likely. And we also haven't seen if their A-Spec is Sparkling Crystal. Maybe it's Unfair Stamp. You don't know. But if they just go Counter Catcher the damage, or the Zoroark or the Pheasant Skibidi, then that's bad. So they can now take a 4-prize turn. The Iono is very good, though. The Iono gives me a slight sense that maybe we can win this game. But I think I'd have to attack with this one and then hope they don't have more Gust cards. But if all they do is Budew, and this is the exact situation we found ourselves in the last game, is I had a Zoroark with 200 damage on it. They Budewed me. I had a Counter Catcher in my hand that I couldn't play. It was fully set up to be pinged by Dragapult. So what I've learned through the Dragapult matchup is that Munkidori is almost a necessity. It's like that song from the Jungle Book. It's a bare necessity. It is an absolute necessity to play at least one Munkidori in your Zoroark deck because there's so many matchups that just want to ping damage. So I think I put Cramorant in the list. Cramorant's been useless. Do not play it. Yeah, they're doing the thing. So we have no access to our items, and they can take a 4-prize turn next turn. But I can retreat, and we can do many things here. So I'm not actually too concerned. I would like to have that Powerglass back. I wish I had attached it to a Zoroark, but I was a little premature on that. Okay. I don't need Counter Catcher because we are 100% taking 2 prizes this turn, because then that'll shut off their... Ooh, we got N's asshole. Okay, so... Yeah. I mean, I think I want to do that. And then we retreat, go into this guy. Yeah, I guess we can lose the energy. I'm not quite sure how this is going to shake out. They were able to put themselves in a situation where they still draw 4. And my last opponent, that Turo would have been amazing. That Turo would have been literally perfect. And then we go hard body cannon. Yes, flame body cannon. We go for the Dracloak. There's no reason to go for the Duskull or the Dusclops because they can't knock them out because they'll have 1 prize left. So we hunt the energy. They can draw a ton of cards, but they can't blow up their Duskull and Dusclops. They have to get Dragapult, energy, Sparkling Crystal, and Gust card. So they need, what, a 4-card combo? And of course they'll find it because it's... Ooh, okay. So I can't remember if I just mentioned this 2 minutes ago, but my Dragapult opponent in the last game had a Mela, and then someone in chat, what did they say? They wanted to do things to Mela, and I was like, she's a kid. Oh, they wanted to sleep with Mela. And I was like, no, you don't want to sleep with Mela. It's a slept-on card. Don't be weird. And I think Mela is just a great card if you have fire energy in your deck. Okay. This leads me to believe that they have it. This makes me think they have it. Otherwise, they're just trying to do the old desperation boss trap. Well, I said they needed a 4-card combo. They needed Gust, Energy, Sparkling Crystal, Dragapult. They have 3. They're Ionoing to 4. How do they always get it? They always freaking get it. And let me guess, you're gonna do it. Yep. Here we... No. Oh, no, there's a smiley face. Oh, cool. They had to emote on me, and they just had it like that. God, I hate this game. You needed a 4-card combo. I did everything perfectly. You know what? This is going in the YouTube video. People get mad at me when I only put in my wins. Well, here you go. You know, here you go. This is me losing because PTCGL sucks. And that's just not happy. I don't like that. I would really be happy if PTCGL would let me draw my supporters. So yes, 100% put a Munkidori in the deck. Don't have the stupid Cramorant. I will not be using Cramorant in any of my Zoroark decks. Munkidori 100% of the time. And that just... I would have won both games against Dragapult if I just had Munkidori. So it is absolutely amazing. Okay, here's what we do. We don't want the Roaring Moon to be poisoned. So we get N's Casthole. Awesome Darmanitan. Love that. And then... I think it's Janine first. Okay, Janine first. Yep. And then we go 1. Oh, I meant to get 2. I thought it was... I don't like this game anymore. Okay, so the Darmanitan means nothing at this point. So we're just gonna flip the script. That's cool. So we'll get more energy out of the deck. And then we're gonna get rid of N's Castle. So that's gonna be kind of weird here. Is we go attach. We're gonna ditch the N's Castle. I wish I had a counter catcher. Come on. Give me a counter catcher. Crap! I thought I was being so suave. I don't even know if there's a counter catcher in the deck, but I thought I was gonna get it. All right, so we give that to you. We go busted booster, so now they need 5, which is going to be like the easiest thing in the entire history of the universe for them. We go Calamity Storm, and then discard the stadium, yes, knock it out. And, well, back in my day, we had Metal Saucer. Oh yeah, I also listened to the viewers, and I put a Poppy in the deck. I don't agree... But I listened to the viewers. I got bullied into doing this. We have Pecharunt, which would be great if I was at 2 prizes and not 4. And they got the okay, they got the Sada. All right, they got the Sada. That's fine. They got the Sada. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, see, like the more that I think about the Glass Trumpet, the more I'm like, that's just a 2 easy accelerations. But like the Teal Mask is better because you superior, use energy retrieval, you just accelerate them. So Glass Trumpet is good, but you'd much rather just attach and accelerate with an energy retrieval or superior energy retrieval. Okay, so they have to get rid of 5, which is good for us. But I think I have to attack with Zoroark, but I can't. I have to attack with Zoroark, but I can't. All right, so I got rid of all of that. Like, I don't even think I don't know if there's a way to do this. Like, I can't put, there's no more N's Castle. We're out of that. I don't think I have a retreat card. And Zoroark is useless right now. It can't do anything. So let's just draw some cards and see what happens, I guess. There's a Zoroark. Okay. We may need to use Poppy. And then just... no, because I can't knock them up. Alright, so let's go... We'll get rid of the Pecharunt and the energy, because I don't care anymore. We got to go for the Zoroark. What do we have? We have Prime Catcher. Okay, so we have Prime Catcher. We have things. Deck is bad. Zoroark is bad. I agree. Okay. We're going to trade away the Sada, because the Sada is actually less important. Okay. We got to go Night Stretcher for Roaring Mid. Actually, do I attack with Pecharunt? Because that's not weak. Yeah, I think we attacked with Pecharunt. Yeah, we go with Pecharunt here. It can't do the thing on itself. It can't play with itself, but that's okay. And then we go Pecharunt. Yep. And then we go Energy Switch to the Pecharunt. Am I about to win this game? And then we go, yeah, PP up. That's fine. PP up at Night Stretcher. So I just knock out the other Raging Bolt. We Prime Catcher. And then we go Prime Catcher, Bolt. Iono them to 1. Did I just win this game? There's no way I just won this game, right? There's no way I just won this game after I'd given up. Does this mean I'm a tier 1 PDC GL player? I'm not even going to do anything else. We're going to sit back and watch the magic unfold of me winning this game. You have no idea how good I am after I just badmouth this. So I think the title of the YouTube video will be, was I wrong about N Zoroark EX? No, I was not wrong about N Zoroark EX. It is worse than it should be. It is not unplayable, like don't get me wrong, but I would say it is a C tier deck. So to the YouTube audience, I thought I'd lost this game after like turn 2. So I kind of mentally checked out. I mean, how's that any different than normal, am I right? But if I win this game, this is going in the YouTube video. because I never put losses in a YouTube video. I would never do that. This is only wins. It's like a store that only sells fans. The fact that I'm going to win this game, unless they get the absolute greatest Iono in history, because they would have to get 4 energy. Because they would have to get 4 energy to knock me out with the Raging Butt. We're not weak to grass, so if I go for the Roaring Moon, I would have had to... We just won. We just won. Because if I use the Roaring Moon, I would have had to use Frenzy Gouging, and then they could have used like a Noctowl to win. The Pecharunt! Finally! We got the Pecharunt won us the game. That's amazing. There we go. As terrible as this deck is, and you just find yourself in situations where nothing ever works, I just won with a Roaring Moon Zoroark deck that had a Poppy in it. We prized the Poppy, and I never found any supporters. But Vaporeon and I weathered that storm, and the wetness was coming from us. That sounds wrong. I'm sorry. I know that we're visiting this game very late in the process, but I have a good reason, okay? We're going to be able to victory symbol. I am so confident that we're going to be able to victory symbol here. We got the Night Stretcher. They please don't concede. Please don't concede. You have a chancey to be part of history here. It's going to be hilarious. I'm going to be able to victory symbol. No one in the history of the universe has ever victory symboled, and I'm going to be the first one to do it. I probably should have just attacked, but yeah, the Hero's Cape doesn't really do anything. I'm going to go PP up. Hey, PP's up. Put your PPs up in the comments. All right, so let me go Powerful Rage for 420. Please. Please. Zoroark is a terrible deck. You totally have a chance to win. The reason they're muted is because I Budewed them for like 5 turns and it was toxic, and we all agree that Budew is not healthy for the game, even though, yes, there are ways around it, like Munkidori. But it stops you from playing the game. My opponent just couldn't get the cards they needed. They were not allowed to play the game because they basically had to draw into their TM Evolution and their energy to get Charmeleon. And even with Noctowl, it's like, well, you only get trainers with Noctowl, but if Budew shuts off your items, then you're relying on supporters, and if you don't draw into what you need, you just can't play the game. So that's the discussion we've been having for their 9 minutes that they've been just under item lock. And it hasn't been fun. And then I had a turn where I Flame Body Cannoned 2 Charmander, and that was their only 2 Charmander. So hopefully they think there's a way to win here, because I want to be the first person to use Victory Symbol. And if you never played PTCGO, there was a fun... They spelled out the word victory using unknown symbols when you used Victory Symbol. I don't know what they'd do for Sigilif. They'd probably just reuse the animation if PTCGO existed. But that was something they added to the game that was so super cool that if you used Unknown V's Victory Symbol, a card that no one really used, they came up with their own unique animation for a card that was barely playable to begin with, because they cared about the game and they knew what they were doing, and they were given the time and the money to do stuff like that. But with PTCGL, they're so busy not fixing bugs and just doing random changes to the economy and the visuals for no reason that they can't do that. Like, it would have been really nice if they gave us something for that Slow King that let you just take 2 prizes when your opponent was on 1. But oh man. If you use this attack when you have exactly 1 prize card remaining, you win this game. Just don't concede. Zoroark is a trash deck. You're taking 1-shots, so you don't have to worry about Powerful Rage. Do not notice the fact that I have a de-evolution in the deck. I will not be using that. And Shiny Ray. The classic copy pasta. I complain because I care. You know, we could have a great game. They don't give it to us. They were asking too much from the one dev. Why haven't they conceded yet? Because they know they're going to be in a YouTube video. This is what you have to understand, Josh. They are going to be in a YouTube video. They're about to get victory symboled. Hopefully they don't read that I can just use Darmanitan again and snipe the bench. But yeah, get your PPs up, everybody. We're going to use victory symbol. They know. They listen to me. See, they're smart. They're probably going to buy a sub to my channel. They're going to use their Prime sub because they're an intelligent person. I always say, whenever you're facing a streamer, you give them a good game, You don't concede, but you still let them win, because then you'll be featured in a video. Those are my 3 rules. Wait, what are they? Okay, this is, I don't care. Oh, this is great. See, they think they can win now. They don't realize that the Sigilif just wins me the game. So they think, oh, if I get rid of the Darmanitan, I'm going to go to even prizes. Oh, PP's up, everybody. Hashtag PP's up. They don't know. They can't read. Or they're the opposite of someone who can't read. They're super intelligent. Why can't I? No, they conceded. No, I can't click on the Zoroark. Oh, I was so worried that they conceded because I couldn't click on the Zoroark early. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Let's see the cool animation they have. Oh, wow. Wait, what? What the? That was insane. They gave us a special animation for that? I am literally speechless. There was a special animation for N Sigilif. That was really... Why can't the rest of the game be like that? That was insane. I had no idea that existed. That was so freaking cool. Why can't the rest of the game be like that? PDC GL Dev, if you're listening, do that everywhere.